So, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to be installing my snorkel kit on a 2023 Can-Am Outlander 700 Max XT. Forgive me, this is the first video I've ever done. I want to do a video because I've tried looking all online for anybody else that has done this install. I have not found anybody else to do it, so figure why not? I'll take a shot at it. Can-Am says it's supposed to be like a 4-hour install. I don't know about that. We'll see. I'm going to try to document as much as I can. I like videos that have, too much detail rather than not enough. People are taking out things like, oh, just take off all of this. It kind of misses out a lot on it, so it kind of frustrates me at times. I know that I've already kind of started here. If you can't get to this point, send me a message. I'll make a video of that, but it's pretty easy to get to it. Take off your intake on top. It's just your two knobs here, your little press button on the other side. That pops forward and out. Your little kind of storage bin here has a few screws into it. You can see here, two on either side here, two either side here, one long one that goes down here, and then two more underneath the handlebars. So I'm gonna try to document as much as I can. Like I said, first video, so forgive me if I don't narrate or don't give enough information, but let's see how this goes. Hopefully I can. So I'm going to begin by taking off this front fender. Can-Am wants you to take off both sides. I think that's a little crazy. I think that you should maybe only have to take off one side. So I'll be taking off the fender and the front of the footwell to gain access. You need to get to the front of the CVT box, which is right in here. You can see this comes up and is your breather. It may not be the breather. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But you need to gain access all the way up here. You can see I already have my new intake up on top here. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to go and get some tools and I'll be right back. So we're going to start off by removing these two footwell screws here, or bolts here. That is a 10 millimeter. Proceeded by, I'm going to take out this clip here, as you can see right here. Work my way around, see if there's anything else I can find. So far underneath I have found a screw right there, another screw down here in front, covered up by some mud as you can see. You're going to have to take off this inner fender well, so there's tabs, one there, another one down here, and another one up there. There's some more tabs for the fender well. Looks like there's one there and one down there. So I'm gonna get those going and we'll see how it goes. A little tough, huh? Looks like they didn't put a washer on that other one. That's all right. We'll put one on and it goes back on. And now the dreaded clips. You guys may have a better way of getting some of these clips out. I don't. I just use a screwdriver and try to pry them out as best I can. These clips are annoying. I hate that everything is using clips now instead of good old screws and whatever else would have you. I'm going to go grab me a pair of needle nose. Out a little bit and get in behind them. A nice pair of needle nose Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it's one of those things. Whoop! There's the camera. There we go. See, first clip out. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's see what else we got here. We got to move to the bottom side. Alright, now we're going to take out this bottom one here along the fender right here. Alright. Let's see if I can get this thing set up on a tire. Doesn't look to be, so we'll just go from the bottom up. How about that? I hate clips. I hate clips. Pieces of shit. Oh, I guess I probably shouldn't cuss in a video. Oh well. Woo! We'll edit some of this. Yeah, welcome back. If I edited this, which I'm sure I did. Still trying to work on getting some of these damn clips out. Alright, there we go. Some more dirt down there. Alright, got one out. Let's work on this next one up here. You're right. Whoop. Got that one right here. Sorry guys, I'm not very fast at this. Bear with me. Alright, now we're going to take out this bottom one here. I guess sometimes they come out well, very easy. Other times they do not. Yeah. We're taking out that one, and that one. Now I gotta figure out how the hell to get the rest of this off. Looks like it should. Let's see. I will be right back once I figure out how to get this off. So it looks like this just kind of pulls off. Mind these little slides here. There's one there and one down here. You can see it. So it looks like it just pulls. Yep, and there you go. Just pull it. Sits here. Pull it straight out. And you gotta wiggle it a little bit around the back. But yeah, it seems to slide right out. Not too bad. Alright, now we're going to work on this inner fender well here, this black piece right here. So there's another clip right here. I'm going to start on first. You can see that. Alright. If I can figure out how to edit and speed this up. You kind of, get the, oh, there we go. A real big pain. Let's see if we can get this out. Yep, there's that one. camera. Alright, let's see. That's out. Alright, now let's get these top ones here. So as I said before, there's another one right here and another one right here. So let's go ahead and see if I can start working on those. Sorry, just taking a second to get my other clips here that I got on the floor organized. Don't want to lose any damn clips. Alright, let's see here. Come out for me, easy. Come on. Come on. Dang old clips, man. Dang old clips. Alright. Go. One. Woo. Everything's moving. Everything's loose. Oh yeah, lots of loose stuff. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That's one way to do it. All right. Another piece out. Take a second to get my clips all back together. All right. Now we're starting to work. Ooh, look at that leftover mud. Good amount of leftover mud. Alright, so this is where we need to start. Down here, all this is going to be rerouted somehow. Need to take a look at my instructions again. Sorry, I'm angled. But yeah, we are getting there. Doesn't seem too bad at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe try to take off the rest of this fender. It doesn't look too bad to do, but we'll see. That whole section seems to be loose. Looks like it's really up here on top, and those screws out there that are holding it. So I'll be right back once I kind of figure out a little bit more of this, and I will show you guys what I find. So just a quick little update. There are two screws, one right here and one right here. You're going to need to get to them from the underneath. This is where the back one is. You need a 10mm wrench on the back side of it. The other one is up here right behind your headlight. Looks like the best way to get to it is going to be with an extension like I have right here. Directly up underneath to hold on. And access from the top right there with the screwdriver. I'll be right back. Alright, I got those two screws out. They're both this kind of style. And you see one was right here, one back here. Seems to be even more out. I know that some of these screws in here are going to need to come out. These would be this one and this one here. I need to come out. So let's take a shot and see. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, for all these torque bits, I'm using a T25. They may be different size, but it seems like, you know, T25 seems to be working right now for me. So I'm gonna keep on rocking it until it doesn't. You know what I mean? And right now it doesn't. So I had to say something, didn't I? Now let's see if any of the other ones work. Nope, seems like they're smaller in here. Give me 1 second. Alright, T20. Right on in there. Look at that. It's amazing what happens when you use the right tool. Yep, get a little looser. All right, I don't know if you guys can see this one up here. Right there. Hopefully it's still in frame now. Those came out very easy. 2 screws. And seems to be I'll just show you guys this. So here up on the front, just a little tab right in there just to pull out. And this whole, hopefully, oh, looks like there may be another one. Yep, another one down there. And this whole side comes off. You can see it's attached to your key. So, see, just a little clip back here. Usually I can get these with one hand. Yep, there we go. And there you go. And that's the fender. Be careful with these fenders. They are quite expensive. As you can see back here, I took off this back one. There's one little place right down here where it mounts. Somehow where the little mounting tab comes off of the rear fender, right at this seam, it actually on the fender itself actually broke off. So it's currently in the process of being glued. So hopefully we'll see how that works. Let's see, I need to consult my instructions and come back to see what the next step is. Alright, so day 2 of the install. We'll see how it goes today. I got some more directions. Looked up some things online. Looks to be that actually taking off this whole front is going to be the easier route to get to everything. Some of the tubes and things that need to go in for the breather and all seems to be a little bit easier, at least for some of the pictures that I've seen, to just go ahead and take off the front. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I was really hoping not to, but it looks like I have no other choice. So let's get to it and taking some of this off. First, I'm going to take off this rack here. It looks to be a bolt right here, not on the back side. Another one up here in front. Another one on this side right here. And then there'll be another one on that side over there once I take those panels off. So I guess before I even get to that, I need to start taking off this side of the fenders. So right now I'm going to go ahead and pick the glove compartment up, and we're going to start working on taking off this fender. So for the parts that you might have missed from before, it's pretty much going to be the same thing for this side. So we'll go ahead and start by removing your side panel here. Just want to try to do with one hand. Comes off just like that. I'll set it aside. Alright. So now we need to get this panel off. Looks like there's another one of those clips right there. Got some dirt and whatnot. And again, the same kind of clips and screws on the back side. So I'll try to narrate as I go. I gotta get some tools over here. So remember yesterday I was talking about those clips. I did end up finding on Amazon those clips. You can go on to Can-Am's website, and they do have the part number for these clips if you look it up in their catalog. I found them on Amazon. I'll try to post a link. It'll probably be underneath the description somewhere. But you can find them on Amazon. I think I got a pack of 12 for like $6. So I went ahead and bought several packs just because they're nice to have, especially with these things. They constantly kind of are temperamental in whether or not that they want to work. So again, go around here to the back side. Let me go ahead and get my light. Please don't mind the dirty garage. I'm doing a apartment remodel upstairs, so a lot of things have moved around, shifted in here, taking up space. So yeah. So again, we're going to start. We're going to remove this piece here, this clip here, another clip here, this would be a clip here, and yeah, this screw here is for the brush guard or thinner, yeah, you know what I mean. So let's start by taking off some of these clips. Oop, let me use the camera. Get this damn thing situated. There we go. Alright, what else we got? This one. Over here. Lots of dirt. Ugh. Lots more dirt. I mean, I really don't think I'm. Oh, well, I really don't need to take those out. Look at that. You gotta be smarter than the Can-Am sometimes. Oh, and there we go. That panel just slides out just like the other side. Pull it away from the ATV and it comes right out. Lots of dirt still in there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just put this back down. Let's see, is there anything up here? Seems to be just body clips. Up here, yep, we'll have those same two screws on top as the other side had. The nuts on the bottom. Let's go through here and just check. Oh, I missed a clip right here. Let's go ahead and get that one. I know they make a tool for this, but I don't have one. I actually have one on order. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. Make these a little bit easier. It's kind of just a flat blade that goes up underneath these. Make these a whole lot easier to get out. Dummy didn't have one before, but now I'll have one. So until it gets here, screwdriver, needle nose. Hopefully you guys can see this one here I'm about to take out as well. Oop. This is why you buy spares. Oh, there we go. That's out. Alright. I hope I remember how to get all these things back together. Alright. Let's go ahead and remove those two screws that I showed you on the top side. 10mm on the bottom. And I believe those are T25 screw on top. Yep, T25 head is working for me up on the top side. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and do the forward one as well. Probably won't be able to see it on the camera. But pretty much the same as the other side. Alright, let's angle this forward now. So we have those two screws. I believe one is, oh, looks like there's more. Maybe not. There is one right here and one up a little bit higher right here. I believe these ones are T20s. A little bit smaller. Working. All right. I did get a parts bin, as you can see from all these things. Trying to keep all my parts in these. Just helps with, you know, trying not to lose anything. Like as I look like I've already lost a screw somewhere. Well, that's gonna be fun. Figure out where that went. I think it might have dropped down in this top side here. Where'd you go? I will be right back once I find this screw. Oh, welcome back. Screw was in the back place I left it. Alright. Back to it. Alright, we got the first screw out. We got the next screw up here. Right there. So we're gonna take that out. Alright. I gather up all my clips. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Seems to me. Oop. Yep, things always sound like they break, right? Well, yeah. Nothing's broken. There's a clip right behind here. Just gotta kind of pull it out. Everything else seems to be front clip right here. We gotta see. We gotta pull that. I always hate these. Always make me worrisome. Fragile areas. There you go. Just pull them out. Just give them a little encouragement. You see, slowly work around. Kind of work it here a little bit, and whoop, we're off. Let's set this to the side. All right, that kind of matches the color of my bike. Look at that. All right, I have a little bit more access on this side. I need to go ahead and take out this inner fender well here. There's another two clips, one down here, one over here that I can see. One I took out earlier looks like it was for this piece anyway, but we'll go ahead and pop out these bottom ones down here. Don't know if you can see them. Let's see if I can put my hand in here and, yep, right here. Let's see, I'm not sure how I'm gonna you guys be able to see these as I'm taking them out. I'll try my best. Put you guys down. View from the bottom up.
Now, if you have any questions about this, not good angles or anything like that, send me a message and I will try to explain. Oh, there that goes. I will try to explain the best I can with what I got. Let's see what I can do for you. Again, I want to said it before, I'll say it again. This is my first video, so be gentle. Trying to do the best I can. Hopefully you guys can see this one over here. I'm getting this one right here. Just for frame of reference, right down there at the bottom. Good. Okay, nice and easy. Yeah, I love it when they come out just nice and easy, like you're supposed to. Yeah, go. And that is this inner panel. Should be one way or another. Oh, there's a little clip back here that you got to grab. And there we go. Whoop! What was that I just kicked? Check over here to see what the hell I just kicked. That doesn't look like anything important. There's a pen. Not sure. Alright. Man, this thing is looking bare. But you start to see kind of all the pieces underneath. Any kind of breathers and everything else coming up underneath here. We'll go ahead and disconnect the top here. Trying to get this LCD screen out. Oh, looks like you gotta unscrew a couple screws here. Like one here, one here, one here, and one up here. Oh, well, you can't really see it. There's another one up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yep, the BT20s. I'm sure all these screws, definitely keep all your screws. Can-Am doesn't give you any more screws. At least not that I really saw in the kit. So be mindful of where your screws go, what they're for. I'm not very good at it. I'm sure later on in this video you'll see me huffing and puffing and cussing. I forgot to take something, or remember where something goes, or what screw goes to what. Oh, we got a little clip here. Or zip tie, sorry, not clip, zip tie. I'll go ahead and get that out. That's for the cigarette lighter. Your model has it. It's free. Alright. Go ahead and take off this back plate, just like that. Alright, again, here's your LCD screen, the back side of it. Right there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and another screw here. So we're going to take out this screw first. It looks like this whole assembly kind of pivots out. So I'm going to try that one first. If I can get down here to it. Not the best, but you know, what you got, what you got. Remember what the hell I did, where I did it. So yep, looks like this all just comes out one nice piece. So you can see 2 clips on the back, or 2 I should probably remember which one of those go to what. But for future reference, positive was on the left, negative on the right. See here, this is modeled upside down, positive, negative. So we'll use that later on. This just unscrews. Sorry if I didn't get a lot of this. But this. Alright, and that just pops right out. Oh, if you get messed up later, the backside does tell you what's positive and what's negative. So that's good to know. So I won't mess it up later. Alright, there goes the LCD screen. Careful not to break or scratch that. Alright. Great. Phew. Oh, well, here we go. Almost there, almost there. Alright, so now we're going to work on taking this front rack off. I'll be back once I get some tools to determine what they are. Alright, so I'm back. So there's 2 bolts. Needs to be on this side, one underneath. They are 13 millimeter. And a 13 millimeter wrench here. Go ahead and take this off. I will put this at the beginning of the video, but also I'm going to say it here. I am not a Can-Am mechanic. I am not a certified mechanic by any means. I am just a regular Joe and like to work on things. So, by no means following anything that I'm doing will keep your warranty or anything like that. I'm taking my own chance as well with my warranty. Because I am not a certified Can-Am mechanic or shop. But yeah, just for my disclaimer, I don't need anybody coming back and being angry with me. I'm just trying to help out. Yeah, that's kind of how the way the world goes now. Try to help people out and they kind of crucify you. So again, another bolt here. So take all my directions with kind of a grain of salt. Do what you want to do. It's your 4-wheeler. If you don't want to do it yourself, take it to a Can-Am. Let them do it for you. I don't ever knock anybody that wants to take their stuff to Can-Am. That way you keep your warranty and everything like that intact. But I will say that I am going to use this video in case I ever do have a problem to show Can-Am how I installed it, make sure that I got everything right, in case I ever do have any issues with this snorkel. I can at least have proof that I did install it. And that's for their SA kit. See here, the project number sheet is for the snorkel kit, as you can see. All the nice fun pieces. So we'll be using that once I get a little bit further here with my disassembly. Then we have one more all the way over here on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and record from the top side on this one, if you don't mind. Look at my ugly face. Oh, I don't want to smash my knuckles. I hate doing that. I already got my knuckle once today. This one seems to be a problem today. One time, Can-Am Loctite actually kind of worked. Yeah, kind of a pain in the ass. Working and twerking, working and twerking. Alright, here we go. Alright, that should be all you need to take your front rack off. So Can-Am, thank you for your instructions. I wish you would go through a little bit more of your disassembly instructions. Really don't give us much to work with here. Really, you kind of just say vehicle preparation, and you just say remove all the following, refer to the appropriate service manual. That doesn't really say much of anything. There's a nice little kind of diagram here, but even it's more than just the red parts on here. There's a lot more things that have to be taken off. I mean, I'm basically just taking the entire front off. As you see, even the fenders here, the front service box, everything on the front, they basically want you to remove. Give you a nice little list. I mean, it's not too bad, but they really don't tell you how to keep anything. They do tell you what to keep, what to be discarded, things like that. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the worst directions I've seen. Or a lot of crazy things off of Amazon that have, those cheap Chinese instructions. So, like I said, not the worst, not the best. It is what it is, but we will be following this once I get this disassembly done, like I said before. All right, so now we got the front rack off. We're going to go ahead and take off the front storage container. Looks to be a screw. No, those screws were for the front fender on the other side. Let's see here. I can't really tell what all is holding this in. I see a screw here, screw here, screw here, screw here. So let's start with that and see where it gets us. Let's see, let me set this up here. I think these are probably going to be the bigger T25 screws. I will say I did like that Can-Am put this storage container here in the front. I think it's a great addition. I do use the Can-Am fuel container for the front. Have I absolutely needed it? No. Has it been a welcome addition? Yes. It's been a great thing, right now in Hatfield, especially with new people that kind of don't know the rigs yet, anything like that. My father, like I said in our earlier video, my father and my brother both bought some Commanders. It's their first time out running Hatfield. Weren't exactly sure about their mileage or anything like that, so it was an extra, I think like 4.1 gallons. Check me on that. It might be a little bit more, but just for that peace of mind to be up here, in case anybody did run into a problem. It's a nice thing to have. I mean, if you ever go out and ride Hatfield McCoy, you know that there's places all around that if you get in a bind, you can kind of get out the woods quick and get to a gas station if you need to. I don't know what's holding this thing in. There it goes. All right, so again, you got these nice, fancy little side panels in here that seem to be linked. So we're gonna go ahead and take those out. I'm so glad I got this stand out. I didn't have the stand before. Now I have the stand. So much nicer for the GoPro. Yeah, I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. All right. These things are getting torn up. I've taken these things out a few times, so they're kind of a pain in the ass. I've probably said that for every single one of these I've taken out. That just goes to show you. So, such a pain in the ass they really are. All right, so there's that. me just shine the light on this side so you can see if there's anything else kind of holding this up. Just a bunch of... I don't see really any more screws. Got some zip ties for stuff, some stuff I put in. I don't really see too much else under here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these. Cut these off. And this extra wire here is the wire I ran for the my front light bar. Well, I'm sure this is gonna be nice and mad at me once I'm done. That's okay. We'll find a new way to put it on here. All right, that side's off. Well, seems to be moving a bit more. All right, let's go to this other side. Get that other clip out. Where did my needle nose go? Oh, right there in front of me. All right. Sorry, not as much light on this side, but you should still know right here. I'm gonna take this clip out. Oh, there's a phone call. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I had a phone call from my brother talking about oil changes and diff fluid changes and all that. So let's get back to it. There's a couple more clips on this side for some of the wiring. I'm going to go, or not clips, zip ties rather. I'm going to go ahead and cut off on this far side over here. Try to get this basket out. Let's see here. All right. See, is that so hard? No. All right, now let's see. I think we can just lift this up here and slide her on out. Look at that. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. All right, woo! Definitely gonna get this thing cleaned up. But yeah, looks like we can get to pretty much everything and anything we want to now. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put my rear wheel back on. I'm gonna put my battery in. I'm gonna take this out, try to get a little bit cleaned off. At least see a little bit more of what I'm working with, and we'll come back and we'll start the install process. Alright, welcome back everyone. Got the quad all cleaned up a little bit up there up front. See a little bit better what I'm doing. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the installation process here. So again, we have our good old Can-Am instruction manual here. Now we're going to go through and see if we can't get this thing somewhat assembled today. Keep the pages in the right order here. Handy dandy parts list. Keep those out and readily available because those are going to be nice and fun. Vehicle preparation, I think that we've got pretty much all that done. Now we're going to get into parts preparation. So one thing Can-Am I wish you would do, so your guide right here says, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In order to figure out what parts those are, you have to go on the next page, which tells you that part 1 is actually P10 on this chart. So it makes it real fun to try to go back and forth between what's what and kind of what's going on. So they kind of give you a few hoses in here and a whole bunch of plastics, and I got some water coming out from the back of the four-wheeler here. All kinds of fun stuff. So we're gonna see what we can get done. You're gonna be learning just as much as I am going through this on what's gonna be what. All right, so it says here we need P10, and P10 is drain hose. All right, well, is the drain hose this one, or is the drain hose this one? That's what we're going to find out. I would imagine the drain hose is probably this one here. Whoop, I'm losing papers. Hold on. Well, I found out that it is going to be this hose here. Looks like there's a few other pieces I need to take out, namely some of these breathers here. Namely, hopefully I get this thing set up. Going to be this pipe here needs to come off. So we have two of those clips again, and a Phillips head bit right here to take this off. So we'll go ahead and do that. Get some pieces here. Phillips head. All right. Hopefully none of my papers back there come out. All right. See, why can't they all just be that easy? What in? Alright, and another one up here. Hopefully you can still see it. Here. I will say, all in all, so far, this has not been too bad. This assembly, pretty easy. I am a little sad, I guess you could say, that it seems like this whole front end is kind of held together by 3 or 4 screws and just clips everywhere, which I guess is kind of the way that everything is going nowadays. But I don't know, I kind of expected a little bit more, I guess, but that's just probably my dumb thinking. Oh, looks like we have a zip tie here. And there we go, and that's out. Even more things to take off. Alright. So, that pipe I was talking about is going to end up actually going right here. It's at the bottom of the air box. As depicted in our nice little diagram right here. Kind of hard to see until this is where that pipe that we just took out came from. Once you take it out, you have kind of a clear access. You are meant to retain those kind of green spring clamps for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause right now and get this pipe kind of set up, at least with the parts I believe I need. Alright, sorry for all the pauses in the video, but I'm trying to make sure I get all the necessary tools in the way, where I need it to be, everything like that. So you are supposed to take off this little kind of breather. I'll show you where it comes off of. It's right here at the bottom of the air box. Just a little metal retainer clip that goes around it. Squeeze it, comes off. You can see right there, it just pops off. And now we're going to assemble our new tube. So you're going to need this bi-directional kind of fitting, the cap, the one of these green Looks kind of green, black, got a little bit of green on the outside. Clips in that previous clip that came off of this little piece. So as it shows in our depiction here, I'm going to take our tube and we're going to parts rolling away. Hopefully get this to a piece of jewelry rolling all around the place. Open this up a little bit. Put this down. Is that okay? Got to put our nice coupler in and secure it down just like that. Okay, and then per our drawing again, we're going to use our cap, and then that as it lists this part number 5 as previously removed retainer clip, which I assume is this little guy right here. That is going to go on the end here, and we're going to use this little retainer clip to hold it on. Seems to be right. That's what I'm going to go with. So we're going to need another one of these retainers like this, and per our drawing, that is going to go right up to where we removed this off the airbox. So let's go ahead and get this retainer clip on. Just like so. Okay, make sure one of my other parts are going to fly away from this wind. Alright, now we're going to mount this right here on the bottom of the airbox. Take our retainer clip here and ensure that it goes up around the little kind of outlet from the airbox. Give it a good pull, make sure it's on there. I'll probably come back later and put a zip tie on this. For now, I'm going to feed it through on the front side of this fender. It's probably not the best place. Probably needs to go on the other side, but I'd like it to be accessible. So I'll leave it on this side and just kind of zip tie it like this so I can get to it through the wheel well still, because this will be covered all by the fender. So I still want it accessible. Hopefully you guys can see everything. I just kind of did everything. So again, right here, so just leaving it accessible in case I ever need to get to it and drain it. I assume that's why they put a clear, kind of tube or cover on it, so you can see if it ever gets any water in it, and just kind of drain it out from there. Not sure why they actually cap it off. I guess that's to keep water from going back up into the box. But in my mind, if you're getting water up that high, it's nice to have a drain. As the old drain kind of was. It kind of saved me this past week going to Hatfield. I went through something kind of deep and draining all the water out instead of just sitting in the airbox. All right. So on to our next step. All right. So for 5, did that. And now we're going to install dashboard support on dashboard P1 and secure using 2 new K50 by 16 plastic screws and 4 previously removed plastic screws tightened to spec. So they'll probably get me for this, but I'm not tightening to spec. It's 11 plus or minus 2 pound-feet per inch. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these pieces here real quick to install. P2. Dashboard support P2. And it just says dashboard support P2. That gives me a whole lot. So, alright. So here's the old. Oh, okay. So yeah. So we're going to be using this part here. And our large part here to install inside. Leave like so. There's going to be a number of screws here. So I'm just checking with the old, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry for the delay, just trying to figure out parts again. So again, this inner part goes inside of your new housing. You're going to take those 4 screws that you took out of the old housing and use them in here. They send you 2 new screws as well in the bag. So according to the drawing, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 screws to put in. So go ahead and do that now. I like to put my screws in a little bit at each time just to make sure I get proper alignment for everything. I've had it before in years past where you just kind of put the first one in, screw it all the way down, and then nothing lines up, and it ends up getting broken, and just never works out too well. So always try to put some screws in first, get things lined up, and then kind of torque down from there. Alright, so I'm using a that's going to be a T20 for all of these screws. And right now I'm just working my way around to different ones, kind of jumping around a little bit, make sure everything's kind of going in where it needs to be. Nothing too crazy here. Just very nice and easy. Just one little check around, just to be sure. Alright, you also don't want to overscrew these because this is pretty thin plastic. If you screw too much, you are going to end up stripping out these holes, and that's not good. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have an extra one. The next step is going to be putting in the digital gauge. It goes in right here. There's 2 little kind of hooks here. I'll show you. The gauge slides in, rotates forward, and has a mounting screw right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Right. So again, here's our digital display. Kind of sits in right in here. There's a little kind of tab here in the middle that lines up in a slot. Just kind of work it in a little bit. It might take you a minute. It took me a couple tries to get it the first time, but eventually sits nice and evenly in there. Like I said, we have one screw right here on top. So go ahead and try to get this thing started. It would be much easier if I took out the LCD connector. Unfortunately, I didn't want to pry on it too much. It's kind of it's in there. It's on there. I didn't really want to mess with it too much. I'm kind of working around it. If you can get it off, it'd be much easier to get this screw in. But as you can see, I'm getting it without having to do anything else. Again, screw right here. Went in nice and secure.
The next step is to put back in our cigarette lighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. This goes in through the outside, this hole right over here. It lines up. It is keyed. It does look keyed. So we'll say that. So make sure it's aligned properly. The retainer just goes right back on the back side. This retainer is not very good, I'm telling you. It doesn't seem to be really screwing on here at all. It just kind of seems to just be setting. But once you get it down, it does. Secure. Again, now we have our two clips. The back sides are show the positive and negative polarity. So just hook them back up how they're supposed to be. And that's the front. All right, I'm going to read the next steps and I will be right back. All right, guys. Back from the delay. Reading the manual again. So there are some pieces that you have to take off here that I did not show earlier. Well, that I'm not taking off. So here's that little kind of rubberized kind of breather thing that goes on top of one of your air tubes up here. So go ahead and pop that off. You can see it right here. So just pulled that off. I'm gonna go ahead and take that tube completely out of the machine. So I'm coming over here to the right hand side. It seems to be where, well, let's see if I can try to get it in here somehow. I think my GoPro is gonna die here in a second, but we'll see what we can get done. So right in here, we're gonna be taking this out. This is a very annoying place to put this clamp, but you can see I'm slowly working it out. That didn't work. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing set up some other way. Just to be able to get in here and get this off. Oh yeah, much better, much better. Maybe it's because I'm used to working with short stubby things, you know? Could be something that have something to do with it. Alright. Let's go ahead. Come on. Oh, it came out really easy. Come on. Kind of annoying here. Alright. I need to loosen it up a little bit more. Kind of hard to get your hands in here to get this, but you can see it will come out. I'm going to show you here on top that I just noticed. There is a retainer clip right here that is holding on to this pipe. So I'm going to go get my tools to come and get that. Oh, came right out. Yeah, there it is. Right on the other side. I'm gonna go back down underneath and try prying off this boot so I can get this pipe out of here. That seems to be working much better. Alright. So there, pop this off. Again, seems that it can, let's see if pull it down. No, won't pull down. Looks like it's got to come out through the top. A couple things, not secured to it. Just held up. We're working around some of these other tubes up here. And
me doing this one-handed. See what we got. Let me set you down for a minute somewhere. Oop. Oop, we're gonna go to color. Somewhere or another you're gonna go there. There you go. Alright. 2 hands on her. There we go. Alright. And it's out. Alright. Well, now I'm going to read the next step and I'll be right back. Alright, so a couple things here, guys. You do have these new, whoops, sorry, that's not it. These new retaining screws for the front air box, I guess you could say. You know, from the old ones, they were the kind of the retaining screws that go down right here. They go right down here in the front. We're just going to go ahead and put those in real quick. So go in just like that. And this one right in there. And they give you 2 little plastic kind of split washers on the back side, just to kind of hold them in a little bit better. Shit. Oop. So kind of just go, just slide. Sorry, I got one of those retainer clips in my mouth. Oh, there goes one of those screws. So kind of, come on. You tell them having a hard time here. Let's go from the top. That seems to work. Alright. As I lose one of the washers, though. Alright, so I'll look for that and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. Had to get a new battery. So the next thing that we're going to do is assess this little guy right here. So it says that we just need to cut some zip ties and move it out of the way. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so it looks like this zip tie under here is supposed to be cut. I'm going to go ahead and cut both of these. It says only one. Zip ties are cheap, they're easy. I'm just going to go ahead and cut both of them, get them both out of there so I don't have to worry about anything. So it looks like this just picks up, yep, just like that, and rotates as they show in the picture, just kind of up and I guess out of the way for the most part. Alright, so next we're going to install the CVT inlet duct. It's carried using a plastic rivet, P27, and the existing vehicle clamp. Tighten clamp to specification. Alright, so we've looked at our hand-to-hand parts list. It's going to be this part right here. Nice, big, long part. Part number on it says 707-002-859. You see right here. I imagine. Oh, and let me go ahead and get my next set of instructions. Just to make sure I'm not telling you all fibs. Alright. So, it's going to feed down here through the top and connect somehow. So imagine it's going to go this direction with, I think they are labeled A and B. Yep, there's an A down here. A is going to go down, I believe. And B is going to go up so that we can use that rivet up here on top that we had before. So let's go ahead and see if that works. Yep, so that rivet lined right up.
You see here on top, rivet lined right up. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna come down here and we're gonna mount this. Hopefully you guys can see everything I'm doing here. Right inside here, I'm just gonna be putting this boot on. So hopefully I'll get you still in frame here. All right, so let's go ahead. Always make sure that these boots are fully sealed around your hoses. You don't want any leaks, anything like that. It will void your warranty, not installed properly, anything like that. But you know, like I said before, I'm not a Can-Am mechanic tech affiliated at all with Can-Am. I just bought, you know, their four-wheeler to use and abuse. I'm just gonna loosen up this clip a little bit more. Hopefully it'll give me what I need. Oh, nice and tight like a tiger. Oh god, forgive me for my stupid accent and joke there. All right, so we're sealed all the way around. I use my fingers around the backside, make sure it's fully up and in. All right, we're gonna use our trusty nubby and screw down. Well, yeah, that feels like about 18 foot-pounds plus or minus 3. Yeah, sure. I'll go with that. Nice and secure. All right, I'm gonna come back up here on top. Now, I'm gonna use that previous clip right down in here. Whoop! Stuff falling all over the place. Use this clip right on down in here. Let's see how this goes. Ooh! Camera down, camera down. Medic. Okay. So sometimes I find separating these two makes it quite a bit easier to get these in. You kind of force the first part in a little bit. Oh, come on. There you go. Like my first time every time. I'll slide the other piece. I can't get my big fat fingers in here. Sorry, bear with me. All right, so there we go. Got this clamp or this clip right back in, securing our top. All right, let me read the next step of the instructions. I'll be right back. All right, just as a quick note, this does come with a zip tie around it. It was meant for this breather up here. I just went ahead and took the zip tie off. They do give me a new zip tie to install, but it goes right on top, just like that. So, be right back. All right, we're back. Some of the next steps here is going to be putting the inner CVT outlet duct, P6, which P6 is going to be not that part, this part right here. It will be labeled on here as 707-002-823. With that, you're going to need one of these boots here, and then two of these hose clamps. So it says in the instructions to use two 60 to 80 millimeter clamps. They sent me 70 to 90s, as marked here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but they are 70 to 90. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use them. That's what they sent me. Sent me 4 of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and use them. They say that they go on this way, right here in this groove. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down. Hopefully they tighten down enough. I would use my own, but I think that I do have a problem that Can-Am would maybe say something crazy about. I don't know. I just don't want the headache behind it. So we're gonna go ahead and just use what they sent me, and hopefully it tightens down enough. And I'm screwing, and I'm screwing. And work out today. Alright, we're going to come back when I get these 2 clamps on. Alright guys, so sorry, a little bit of a break there. I went ahead and put the next 2 kind of parts together. There's going to be the parts 707, 002, 823. I went ahead and just put these clamps up here at the top. Make sure that the boot's kind of fully secured down. These are kind of directional, I guess you could say. You can see right here that there's kind of like a little tab above on the boot where the hose clamp goes down. It usually kind of helps to hold these things in place and keep them oriented right. The other part that I did is the next, after this next step, the following. It's part number 707, 002, 820. Both of those require the boots to go on top and to use these 2, what the hell do they call them? Plastic rivets. So we're going to go ahead and install these. There's 2 places up here that we got to install them, so let's go ahead and do it. And make sure I get the right one in the right place. And I think I just got my paper wet that I needed. Yep, a little bit. That's okay. So it's going to be installed right up underneath here. And the other part, that's going to be this one right here. The other part is actually going to go down into the previous boot. So let's go. These things lined up here. Let's get this set up. All right. So the first one they say to install is the one with the square kind of ending. And that's going to go just directly up here, and it has a little mounting hole, so you can see, I don't know if you can see it very well, right there at one of these plastic rivets. I believe are supposed to go in. Let's see if it fits. It looks like it fits. It's good enough, right? Next one's going to go directly underneath of that, kind of slide up in here. It seems it's a little tough. Let's see. Let's see. It might be easier to get the other one in here. Oh, so I'm kind of doing a twisting motion. Twisting motion seems to be working at the moment. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there we go. Just sit back up here. All right, back at it. So this is supposed to go and slide up. I don't see how this is supposed to slide up here very well. It's supposed to go on the turn to the inside. I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm gonna take this top one out, and we're gonna try this again. All right, couldn't get that one in that way the first time, so we're gonna go in reverse order here. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, that worked better. And there's another little rivet point right here. Let's see, I'm gonna put that rivet in. Good to go. Now let's see if we can get this one in here. Yes, much easier to do it that way. So, it might work for you to go in reverse order of what the directions tell you to do. I put the bottom one in first rather than the top. But now it's secure. Make sure it is fully seated around. And we're going to tighten this down. Remember your torque specs. That seems good and tight. Alright, so now we have both tubes here mounted. Oh, I'll come back when I know the next step. Alright, so here we go. Here's what looks like it's going to be the next kind of hardest part yet. So you have this nice U shape here. Per the instructions, it is to go back behind here. I'll show you here in a second, as I just got the GoPro all set up for you. Gonna go right back behind here, and oh, there's our two hoses. All right, so let's get you set up and witness all the action, all the fun stuff. All right, we're gonna go right down in here. Notice that the two tabs are on the left-hand side, and we got to fit this into two separate boots, which is going to be fantastic. So a little bit of convincing, we can try to get both of these kind of in here. Owen said this was going to be easy. What I'm trying to work with here. So you see, you got to get these, both of these, down in here to both of these clamps. Which, it may be easier to just kind of maybe feed this back down from the bottom, or from the top down, and attach these two. This does not seem to be a very good way. Alright, we'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can maybe do it from the top side. Alright, so new strategy. Put everything together, and we're gonna try to feed it down from the top side, because I could not get to those clamps from the other way. So we're gonna try to go from the top down and see what we can do. Doing okay so far. A little bit of a hold up. Oh, maybe they were right. You cannot do this from the top down. Alright, back to square one. Alright, it's new plan, guys. I took the back side, or I guess the front side. This will be the one that's closest to the left, your driver's side, and try to feed this down. I've left part number 707-002-823 attached, and we're going to feed this down from the top side. Because I mean, in my opinion, once you get down here, this clip right here, you're not going to be able to get to it down in here. So, new strategy. We're going to try to see if we can feed this down from the top side. Seems to be going well. A little bit of adjusting on the bottom. Okay, a little bit more adjusting on the top. Might be hitting something a little bit. Oh, that seems to be just about it. Go ahead and put this rivet in down here. Well, let's see if it's how we're looking. So I think we're doing okay. So we fit it down in there. Took a little bit of finagling, but it's down in there now. See if we can get this kind of lined up here on the side. So again, I just went down here, put this rivet back in. We still have access to this here. We can still get to this boot. So we're gonna go ahead and put that other part, the belt box breather, back on. That was the part number 707-002-820. See if we can slide this on up in here. Well, we had a little bit of problem last time with this. I think we can get it though. Maybe, possibly. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Now we're working. A little bit tough to get it in to these boots, but I think we can. I think to say I can get it. A little bit of finagling. Again, remember, these boots have to sit fully around these pipes. Any gaps, anything like that, you're just asking for water to get in. There we go. Let's see you nicely. All right. And we're gonna come up here. Right in here. It's kind of hard to see. Well, we're gonna put this boot back on up here. Let's see if we can get the camera set up. Boy. See, now it may be easier to put this top one on before the back. But yeah, it's gonna get there some way, somehow. Loosen up this clamp a bit. I'll come right back as soon as I get this back together. All right, sorry about that. Just took a minute here. So again, make sure all of your boots are secure. This one's not quite secure yet. It needs to come down a little bit. What was happening is one of these little tabs. I don't know if you can see it. One of these little tabs right here. Oh, there it is. One of these little tabs sometimes will get on the inside of the pipe, and that's what keeps you from kind of getting them in. So just take your time with them. Patience is not one of my great virtues, I will fully admit. Let's get everything kind of lined up here. Those tabs actually kind of have a place to line up on these pipes. So get them as aligned as best you can before securing everything down. Come on, camera, work with me.
Alright. Needs to be good. Alright. Make sure this back one gets attached. Alright, finger rail, it's nice and secure. Again, make sure it's fully round. Run my finger around the back. Feels secure. All the way on there on the inside. Feels secure. Alright. Now up here to the front. Alright, so looking at our handy dandy instructions. We got 2 plastic rivets that are supposed to go up and over here. Let's see if we can find them real quick. Ooh, as long as I don't lose my camera. Sorry, I'll come back when I get the camera. Alright, so call it crazy, but I believe that, well, they're supposed to come around. That is supposed to go right in there, like that. Little hole. Oh. And then this is somehow supposed to sit. Oh, sorry, bug on me. This is supposed to sit somewhere. On this back side. Oh. So, looks like there is actually a notch back here. There's a peg here and a notch here. It looks like that is maybe supposed to sit in there. Well, these, I'm going to have to re-rot some wires real quick. So let's go ahead and do that. That's clearly supposed to go in there. And that's supposed to go kind of up like that. And whoop. Exactly work. Go together. Just like that. Whoop. There goes the camera again. Not sure why this is so kind of twisted here. I think that's actually supposed to sit more back. I'm not exactly sure why it seems so twisted up here. But there, it seems to be the way it's supposed to go. I might just take a nice zip tie and kind of run it around here and just try to keep this not twisted anymore. But yeah, that's seems to be what it was designed to do. And these wires are a little pulled a little bit, but I think they'll be all right. Definitely check the routing of your wires. I may actually try to take these connectors off and rewrite them around. All right, guys, we're gonna be installing the next part here. Is this part right here? 707-002-824. Gonna be installed right here. There we go. Let's see, which way is it supposed to go? Looks like it is to go this way. Wraps around this bar right here. It's gonna go in there. Wrap around this bar. Well, that doesn't seem to be very good. Oh, so let's go right in here, just like that. It says it wants it zip tied. Wants a zip tie around here. Let's go ahead and do that.
That noise that you heard at the front was just me. I put some zip ties around the front to see if I could hold it. Didn't really seem to work too well. That's okay. I don't know why it wants this around here, but we'll oblige. I'll do it. Okay. Next is going to be this fun part right here. Looks like 707-800-922. The air silencer. And go right up here on top. So I believe we've got to take the old air silencer out. A step that I did not do in the beginning, but you know, live and learn. You find lots of fun things that you forgot to do in the beginning. Now you get to do them at the end. So we'll go ahead. Let's see. I guess I need to open up the air box for it. And we'll go ahead and get the air box out of the way. These extra wires here that you see are just for my radio and light up in the front, things like that. So let's see how we can get this off of here. Well, first off, there is a zip tie. Sorry, just trying to look around for my cutters. Zip tie. So let's go ahead and cut that. Come here, I'll cut this. Alrighty. There's that. Oh, there we go. Easy enough. Okay. And this wants a 40 to 60 hose clamp placed down here at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Get this thing on here. Sorry, I know it's off camera, but I'm just putting the hose clamp on. So there is a little tab down here in the front. That's going to align with this right here. So just make sure that that's aligned. And put this down. Oh, I screwed the hose clamp a little too tight. So, all right. Again, seems like it's a little too tight. So let's get it. Nice and seated. All right. Get this screwed in. All right. Nice. There we go. Again, here's that kind of. Try to put a zip tie on the front. It broke off. I was trying to hold this back a little bit more. Trying to figure out why it's doing that. I don't know. I guess that's just how it's supposed to be. Maybe something else later in the steps will kind of bring it back. But for right now, it's kind of hanging off. This other side, again, this clip. Yeah, as I kind of showed you before, this clip just goes in here. If anybody doesn't follow, just send me a message on. Try to do something for you. Well, there's that. All right. Alrighty. So we need to put on a new piece here. And that looks to be this fancy doodad. It's alright, I'm gonna get a zip tie as well. I need it. This fancy doohickey. The only part number I can really read off of it is PPGF10. And that looks like it's going to mount directly to this breather here on the opposite side. So let's go over there. Now we're going to start getting into the intricate stuff of all these. So this looks like it's supposed to mount right back behind here. For ease, I am going to take this back out. I literally just put this back on. But we're going to take it out just because it'll be easier to get all my tubes and everything else into the right position with it out. So there we go, right back out. See, now it'll be a whole lot easier to get in there. And we'll just go ahead and just put this back in here for safekeeping for the moment. Alrighty, so this is going to go around here so as depicted in the pictures. Alright, so like you're supposed to know what these hoses are, right? So it says, it gives you a list of what each hose goes to: front differential vent hose, radiator fan vent hose, rear diff vent hose, fuel vent hose, engine vent hose, CVT vent hose. Alright. So we'll see what goes to what, because a lot of these, I don't know what is what. I can only go off of some relative hose sizes up here to see what I got. So this looks to be the diff, front diff. So we're going to need to take off some of these zip ties. Hoses coming around from the other side. Some of these hoses are pulled pretty hard at one point. Sorry, I'm just got another zip tie on the other side over here. Oh, come on, zip tie. There go all my papers. Alright, so we're gonna pull all these hoses back. Let me pick up my papers real quick. Sorry about that. Alright. So this looks to be the front diff. This is the radiator fan. Small one. Larger one is a front diff. Okay, and then we need the rear diff vent hose. We'll have to look for that. And the clear tube coming up. Looks like it's back here. Maybe some of these other things will tell me. Yep, it does tell you where these hoses come from. Just follow your directions. It does show you where a lot of these hoses come from. Let me see here. Front two, which were these two. Tells you that's the front differential vent hose, radiator fan vent hose. Got you there. So we're going to go ahead and... Honestly, I've got more zip ties, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this back off. I should not have mounted this first. The directions tell you to mount this first. I would not. It's going to be much easier to just have this out first and get all your hoses in here straight. So this is interesting because it shows, I don't know if you can see it, it says just to kind of just pop the radiator vent hose just in there. Yep, so if you tie it to the front, you're just going to zip to the front two together. Oh, they actually do give you a nice little picture. So the differential hose is going to go actually into this black connector. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm way out of it. So actually show them tied together. So the front differential hose is going to go into here, and then just the radiator hose is just going to be kind of tied next to it. So again, here we've got this number one. It's going to go right in here. Seems to be good in there. And then they say just kind of tie these two together whenever you get to it. Okay. All right, so lots of fun stuff here. So this is the fuel vent line. Back here is your differential line. So that what they want you to do is take some of this clear hosing that they give you here. I imagine this is the right one. And this goes into number 3. Oh, well, technically number 2. Here, we're going to get that in. And they want you to use some of these handy dandy thingies. Sorry. They're called straight fittings. So let's get this straight fitting in. And it does not want to go in very well. I'll be back. So quick tip for getting these on. I like to take some needle nose and come in here and then just kind of expand this a little bit. Come a little deeper. Yeah. Expand it out. Because I find that these hoses are really kind of tough to get on here. Moisten it a little bit and kind of force it in that way. I'll tell you, these things are really kind of tough on the hands getting in. Use that same kind of needle nose pliers to get it to sit, kind of decently in there like that. They do want you to zip tie around it. Even some of these short zip ties that they do supply you with, good enough. They call them locking ties. So this hose that's right here in the back, it comes off right back here. You're just going to kind of pull that off. See that? And you're going to place the new line. Whoop. Camera set back up. This is going to be a horrible video for you guys. I'm sorry. First time. Alright, and then you're going to place the new one right here with the old. Right. And then we can reroute this a little bit here. Make it look nice and pretty. Actually, let's come up this way. We'll come up this way and we'll be right here. Right here with everything else. Right there in the number 2 slot. Alright. Next one is they're telling you to take your fuel hose. So this right here. You're going to take this end clamp off. You take off this kind of little breather thing. Right there. Alright. So now, again, we need to get another little breather. And let me see what this fuel hose is for, because they give you a piece of fuel hose here, which I imagine should go on with the other fuel hose. So I'm just going to check that real quick, and I'll be right back. Yep, and we're back. So we're going to go ahead and use this fuel hose. They already have fuel hose here, so we're just going to go ahead and use that. So we're going to use, we're going to try to get this thing in here that we did before. So again, just a little stretch. A little stretch. One more, a little bit. Moisten it. And right on there. See? There we go. And again, they want you to use some of their locking strips, or locking ties, as they like to call them. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I will backtrack in a second and put the other locking tie on the other one. This one does have the clip on it, so I'm going to go ahead and use that clip. I like those clips more than just this zip tie, especially for this. We're going to go ahead and use that existing clamp there for this. There we go. As you can see right there. Again, I did not put the other locking tie on here, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I do have a zip tie gun, which I'm going to be using. If you've never seen a zip tie gun, sometimes they're very nice, they're handy. Other times to me, they just don't get the right kind of torque on them. So this is a zip tie gun here. They're used for zip ties, an adjustable tension installing tool. So they're really good for doing zip ties like that. Just kind of break them off, really nice and easy, nice and flush. There we go. And this is going to go into position 4. It's around. So technically it's the 3rd hole, but position, as they call it, 4. So some of these lines are definitely going to have to get kind of redone a little bit. Cut them to length. I think they even tell you in here that a lot of stuff is, you can cut the length. What you need. So I'll be cleaning them off eventually. If not, I might leave some of them just long. Just never kind of hurts to have a little bit extra. All right. So sorry, I'm just reading some more of this stuff here. I want you to take this nice long bit of hose that you have, and that is going to go into the next position, and it's actually going to flow down on the other side, or it's going to flow down this pipe, it seems, all the way down underneath and out. Let me see, is there any room around this? Doesn't really appear to be so. There may be some room around it. Doesn't really show you where to put it through at the top. Route through engine mount hole along CVT inlet duct. So that doesn't really tell me too much. Oh, there is actually a hole back here. So if you can see, right there, we're going to use that hole. And kind of drag it all the way down, and it's going to go into this next slot here. And there, alright. Now we're going to route this line. So I want to keep these long zip ties that they supply you with unless I absolutely need them. But according to the directions, here. We are going to route that line all the way down. Here's the previous page. Yep. It just says we're going to take it and we're going to connect it and we're going to go all the way down with it. It seems to come out right over here. So we just have to find that hose. Where did it go? I think it's going to be poked out on the other side. Maybe. I'll be right back once I find that hose. Alright, so I did manage to find that other hose. Again, we fed it through right here, through the top. There's a hole right down there. Comes out underneath. You just kind of feed it down through. And it's going to end up zip tying right around this vent hose here, as depicted in their nice drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and put those zip ties on. If you really need to show you how to put on zip ties, maybe you shouldn't be doing this job, but yeah, that's just an opinion. But I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie this up and get it all laid out, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I went ahead and took my front differential line and radiator vent line and ran it behind the new kind of snorkel here. Just line up, just gives a little bit better of a look. I'm gonna go ahead and hook it back up now. Let's get my camera straight. Sorry, you guys are gonna have to do a lot of camera changes as we go through this. I am gonna end up trimming a little bit of this off. I don't think I need all this line here. I'll end up trimming a little bit of it. It's supposed to go in here, so get a little extra. I'm probably gonna go about right there. And let's go ahead and just be careful, kids. Don't use sharp objects without supervision. Fortunately, my supervision is not here right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, run that, plug that right on in. Again, this little line here for the front radiator, we're gonna go ahead and cut that too, just a little bit shorter, just to get it out the way. Use one of their locking strips. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of tie these together as it wants in the directions. There we go. Alright, so they do give you this extra little bit of hose here. The line that I just ran down for the rear diff, or not the rear diff vent, the engine vent, I guess you could say. Yeah, long hose. I cut a portion off of it on the other side. There was no reason for it to be that long. It hung down like almost below the frame. Let's cut a little bit of it off, because the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take the engine vent, which is this line here, and pull it off. And then I'm going to reroute it a little bit once I get it done. But we're going to use another one of these nice couplers, and we're going to create a line here. So give me a second and I'll create this line real quick. A little lubrication and almost. We'll go ahead and just use the pliers and twist it on here. Get nice and seated. Not fully, but I mean it's not going anywhere. It's in there. Go ahead and put this zip tie around it. Boop. Oh, did not cook clean. Other end, the engine vent, one here. Sorry, I did not show you very much of that. The engine vent line came off from right back here. Let's pull it off. And connect these two together. Again, zip tie. Another little trick. Get that off. Alright, now we have plenty here to route kind of however we would like. And go up here to the front, which I think is probably what I'll do. Come up here around underneath some of my wiring that I've run. Kind of all around. And up and if I can get it, hopefully. That's really want to go on here. And come on. Oh, we're just going to expand this a little bit then. Go. And perfect. Oh, that's on there. Route to your liking. I'm not the best router, but you know, they're on there. They're more or less out of the way of everything. I'm gonna get some of their big zip ties here. Zip tie this thing up. They actually had a zip tie going around all of this, kind of to hold everything together. So it's kind of like this. I have to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna put one around here. Actually, no, we're not gonna do that yet. We're going to go all the way around the outside of it first. Through here, through the other one, all the way around. So I apologize, you're really going to have to watch all the way through this video to kind of get a lot of the things. I've rerouted some stuff, done some different things to get things the way that I like it. You may do something a little bit different from me. All in all, I hope this kind of at least gives you an idea of kind of what's going on and what to do. Make sure all these lines are kind of secure. I'm going to put this back in. I need to get that tab that I dropped, which is probably gone at this point. Good thing they give you, I guess, an extra. If it wasn't an extra before, it's an extra now. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. It should look something like this. Again, I'm not the best. Sorry, you had a little fall there. I'm not the best. Oh, shit. I'm not the best cable router or hose router, so go ahead and route them to your liking. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup here for some stuff, get some things kind of down in a little bit better of a position. But all in all, this is kind of what you should do with all your hoses. I'm gonna double check all my stuff. I'll let you know if I messed anything up or if I found any problems. But yeah, I'll be right back. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. I did find out why my front here was kind of tweaked. I had these too tight and not really in the right position, so I loosened them up. If you take these two back out, this whole thing will fold forward. You can get back here with a little stubby and loosen these, boots up a little bit so that, you know, this turns and it gets into the right position. So it's much better. I think it'll hit. I did fire this thing up just to make sure that everything was good. Seems like it's breathing well through everything. Took my hand around stuff, made sure, you know, see if I could find any leaks. I couldn't. But again, you're your own installer at this point. So it's kind of proceed at your own risk. You know, I'm not doing this to necessarily go through a whole lot of deep stuff. I have friends that do. They do crazy stuff. My buddy just went out and rolled his four-wheeler twice and sank his four-wheeler twice in the same weekend. I'm not out here trying to do that stuff. This is more for a peace of mind that if I go down to Busco or something like that and I want to go through some holes, I can, and hopefully not have one that's you know, oh my god, I shouldn't be in here. It's more peace of mind for me. But I've kind of checked out a lot of stuff. I'm going to end up double checking it at some point too, just to make sure, really make sure all your lines are right. It seems like mine are all pretty good. They're all secure in here, all up high. All your breathers up, the silencers up. All the stuff looks pretty good to me. All in all, not that hard of an install. Took me a few hours just because, you know, I'm doing various stuff throughout the day and people calling and whatever else, what have you. Make sure, but you know, go back, double check all your boots, make sure all your boots are nice and tight and they're, you know, secure around everything. Oh, here's one of those rivets that I lost earlier. Good to find that. But go around, just check all your stuff, double check, triple check, make sure everything's good. I mean, the real test is going to be, you know, eventually once you actually get out there and put this thing through a hole. If anybody wants to install one and follow these directions and hit me back and show me that yours went through a hole successful, I'd appreciate it. If you have any other questions or anything like that for me, feel free to reach out. I'll try to help you where I can. Like I said, I hadn't seen anybody else do a snorkel kit on this. I'm going to leave mine apart because I am planning on doing some other things to it. I am going to change the front and rear diff fluids. It seems a little bit easier maybe to get in here with some stuff. I am going to change the winch line to a synthetic rope, and I have an oil change that I'm going to do as well. And as you know, the oil, definitely a whole lot easier to get to it now for everything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If you guys have anything else that you need to know or curious about, feel free to reach out and I'll try my best to assist. Thanks, guys. Bye.